240 in consecutive games, and all the time you considered the runs. Do you think the miserable bowling overpowering your strong batting line?
Yeah, I feel like when you score 240, you should probably be winning those games. But both games, I think we've seen special knocks. Riley tonight was incredible. Jason the other night was incredible. So obviously, you always feel when you're walking out with 240 on the board, you should probably win that game. So it's something we need to work on. To be fair, before that, the bowlers were amazing in the other two wins we had. So just because we've had two bad games, we don't need to rewrite it. If we kind of get through the group now and then we win 3 games, we're going to win the trophy. So that's kind of our main focus. Instead of dwelling too much on it, we've got to look forward.
Tom, Zalmi created further history by not defending 240 plus in consecutive 2 games. You still have 1 game left against Islamabad United, which have a lengthy and huge and tough batting line. What is the plan? What you're going to change? What you think? What should be done in Zalmi bowling attack?
Well, hopefully we just win the game. That's the main focus. And if we score 250, hopefully they score 249. But yeah, for us it's simple. Win the game and we're in the knockouts. And we're too deep in a competition to kind of chop and panic too much. Obviously, that'll be up to the Baba and Sammy to decide what we actually do going forward. But we know we've got to kind of find a way to go at 11 and over tonight. If they score 220, we win the game. So yeah, it's just making sure we have our plans and execute them better. But obviously it's cricket and there's always a winner and a loser.
You used 3 spinners today, including Saim Ayub. What was the plan at the time when you used Saim Ayub?
Well, everyone else was going for 15 and over. So you can't just stand there and let it happen. You have to be able to be proactive. And I think he bowled 2 overs for around 20. So if everyone did that, we win the game comfortably tonight. So, and if players haven't seen much of another bowler and stuff like that, it just means it's not predictable. And he got a valuable wicket for us as well. So, and the way he's been bowling in the nets, he's an unbelievable talent. And the way, obviously his batting speaking for itself at the minute, but the confidence he's got, the way he wanted the ball as well. When I spoke to him and said, "Are you okay to bowl?" There was no way he was backing down. And as a captain or a standing captain, you have so much confidence in actually throwing him the ball. And I think he stood up with the ball tonight for us.
Tom, you think such flat pitches are very harsh on bowlers?
Yeah, obviously. But I think playing on these pitches, it also stands up. It makes it stand out when you don't when you don't execute. So if you look at Lahore, for example, the way they're playing on the same pitches, but their bowlers are restricting them to a score that's they can defend. They bat first, and they're defending their scores because their bowlers are executing. And I think if you want your bowlers to improve, if they can execute on this anywhere in the world, they'll be able to execute, and that will make for a stronger Pakistan bowling lineup. Obviously, it's very hard when there's 240 on the board every week, but in the long term, I think it might benefit players going, well, actually, if I get a perfect Yorker, a good slow ball and a good bumper, you're gonna create some unbelievable fast bowlers, and the talent you've got around here anyway, it's only going to make these guys a lot better in the long run.
Do you think that you had a sniff when Riley also got out?
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to take it as deep as you can. Riley, key wicket, but obviously then first ball goes for 6, so it deflates you again. But yeah, it's just frustrating when you do lose games like that.
Captain, I hope you agree that bowling is not the Zalmi's strength; it's batting. When winning the toss and elected to bat first, normally teams goes with their strength. Isn't better to rather defend? Is better to chase?
Well, in hindsight, yes. Obviously, we've scored 240 twice, and I know if you asked any opposition would you back yourself to chase 240 at the halfway stage? You'd probably go in no. So it's kind of you've got to put two halves of cricket together, and obviously we haven't done that. And if we're chasing, and for example Lahore, we bowled first there away and they scored 240, and then there's so much pressure on the batters, so it's almost like you need to make sure both are working together, and it's not us and them or batters v bowlers. We're one team, and we've just got to find a way to get over the line. And they've had some brilliant games as well, so it's not all doom and gloom. And we need one good game, and then we're in the knockouts, like I said earlier.
Well, Tom, slightly the same question is that Babar loved to chase. We have watched him in the international cricket as well. The second thing that you guys, do you really think that after making 240, that these fielders are supporting you guys? Because in the death overs, we have watched in the third man, Arshad Iqbal, he went to take a catch and he left the boundary. And even Wahab Riaz wasn't happy there. So how important this is that, you guys are putting a good total there, 240. And even then, the guys in the field, they aren't helping you, not taking good catches. I'm generally talking, And the third thing, that still you think that the Mujib, the world-class bowler, you were talking about Lahore Qalandars, they got Rashid Khan. He's been phenomenal so far in PSL. So do you think that the Mujibur Rahman, he's up to the mark?
First, so with the fielding, everyone gives their 100%, and I have full faith in the guys out there, what they're doing. And again, if a bowler misses a ball bowls a ball in the slot and it goes for 6, you don't question their effort. No one means to make a mistake. And when the pressure's on, sometimes mistakes happen. So yeah, we've obviously we could have been slightly better. But if we're talking about that single ball that goes for 4, if it goes for a single, they still need 7 off the last over, and they've scored 233 runs in 19. So I don't think we can nitpick and go, one ball's gone for 4, that's where we've lost the game. You can always get better in fielding, and little things can make a difference. For example, Polly's catch in the last over, if that goes for 6, you don't know, I'd back myself to hit 2 more 6s as well in that situation. So that could have been a difference as well, and that's how important fielding is to games of cricket. It changes games, and that's obviously something every player needs to keep improving, even if you're the best in the world. And then with Mujib, I think he bowled beautifully tonight. Tell me a spinner who can bowl 3 overs in the power play as well as he did. And then Polly came and hit him. Polly hits 6s everywhere in the world. He makes every ground look small. So sometimes you've just got to go, well done. For me, he bowled beautifully tonight, and he isn't there's not, when I think about the guys who have actually performed well, if everyone bowled the same figures as him, we win the game. So I think he's a world-class performer, and I fully back him.
Last question. How do you rate Rawalpindi pitch for bowlers?
For bowlers?
Yeah.
Pretty tough. Any pitch where you regularly 200 plus 240 scored, it's going to be a tough place for a bowler. For me as a batter, I love it. I want to take it everywhere with me, but no, it's very tough. Boundaries, everything is very hard for the bowlers. So and we found once teams get on a roll, it's so hard to stop. So it's just finding a way to try and take a wicket to slow the run rate for 2 overs, and then the guys who are in again start going at 10, 12 and over again. So it's so tough for the bowlers, and I think it clearly shows that the last couple games around 240 has been par. So so it's going to be very tough for bowlers, and if we can restrict them to 220, we win the game. And that's or 230. And it's just trying to find a way to just maximise everything and just be just in the game. And if you win by 1 or 100, it doesn't matter.